I would love to see you in a state. I would love to feel your energy just in one state. I will wish and hope and visualize you experiencing life in just one way. What is light for you? What is life for you? What are you attached to? Is there any options to detach ourselves from something in our life? What is the purpose of our feelings? Are they telling us something? Do you feel that the body is regulated, altered? Do you feel distortion? Do you feel aliveness? Do you feel alive? Do you feel weak? Do you feel focused or distracted? How much will you give yourself? What needs to happen for you to give yourself a space, a state of reflection? How important is your job for you? Not as job, as when you are doing it, ENG continues. How important is that for you? Do you feel an external influence in that importance? If you have to rate from 0 to 10, how you feel while doing your job, what will be the score? Now, do you think if the score is placed on one number or another, is it influenced by something external? For example, I'm giving myself, let's say, a 5, but because of the environment, my boss, my colleagues, my mates, my fellows, what would you like to change in that situation? What is the meaning of your profession for you? Does it give you joy, peace? It makes you feel valuable? Do you have any conviction that that would be you are having a marriage with with your job? Is it going to be the job that you prefer to do the rest of your life? Are you open for changes? Is there any new options like, okay, I like this job, but I'm flexible. I have a calling for another one. How do you feel every single day after finishing your job? I'm going to invite you to one reflection. Sometimes the job can be the motive, the excuse, the way to escape, or the way to find yourself. So it is interesting. I would like to share with you the reflection. Let's bring this to understanding. I might be going overworking or doing a lot of job because it helps me not to think. It helps me not to face things that are uncomfortable. It might be my first priority because I think it solves a lot of my problems. It might be where I find peace, where I find connection, where I can really enjoy of my creativity. It might be because I think the more I work, the much money I will have, therefore I can be in a state of peace. Sorry. So my invitation is, how important is the job for us? What is the meaning that we are giving to the job? What is the position in our life that we give to the job? Is it interfering in my relationships with me and what is surrounding me? Is it a good environment? Is it better than my normal environment? Sometimes the job can be the influence or the incentive of distortions in our life. So let me ask you something. From 0 to 10, if you rate the rate of distortion of your life, what would be the score? So, for example, my job is this. I am a content creator. I just started 1 month ago, and I choose to share with the world the little values that help me to swim in life, enjoying. ENG. Remember, when it's ENG, it's happening. You are doing, you are becoming, you are getting, you are living. So for me, I see this YouTube journey as a way to find myself again. I have peace when I'm recording. I can come to a park, sit down, find a nice corner, and then share with the world. The way I serve the world is through coaching. Now, if I coach myself first, I can understand the doing of coaching. So you can coach yourself first. Leaving aside titles and what you have, let's focus on what you are becoming. So if you choose a tool which is useful, powerful, has the same equal value of all of them, there is no specialness here. When you coach yourself every instant of life, you can understand the doing of your life. So for me, coaching is a way, a style that cleans and wipes out any distortion, and it helps me to understand, because in my list of priorities, understanding is at the top. If I'm understanding, I am living. Now I can understand as a form, as a matter, as a fact, using logic and reason. But also I can understand with that intrinsic intuition, with that invisible patterns, that as long as you feel it, is already the proof, is already the experience. I love understanding with experience and appreciate understanding with logic. But sometimes logic will not be complete, will not explain as clean, as brighter, as wonderful and beautiful like the experience. The exact instant of the experience will give me more understanding than logic sometimes. Logic is very useful and is very pragmatic for me. For example, if I have to use a channel literally to share with the world, to be useful with the world, to serve the world, my logic will say, use something that can expand and extend and can reach out to people, to multiple corners of life at once. I choose YouTube. It makes sense. It's logic. It helps. It's pragmatically valuable. Now, if I have to explain the way I can fulfill my soul, the spirit, the world, the universe, and you, now this is invisible. It's just the practice of being in a state of wanting to serve. When you want to serve without interest, I do have one interest here, and it's the state I started before the video. I would love and wish for you to stay, and I hope, and I pray, and I manifest your absolute state of peace, your invisible state of happiness and joy, your non negotiable state of focus, consciousness, awareness, and life, your non negotiable state of peace. When you feel strong, look at what is happening. When you feel strong, watch that energy. From today, I'm going to relate to you in life everything I'm going to talk about energies. So I will traduce anything as energy. And I hope it's useful for you. So when we talk about profession, let's look at it as the energy. What's the energy that we feel, that we experience while contacting with the energy of profession? While relating or thinking about profession, what energy flows to our body and our mind and our spirit? This reflection will help you to understand and see if we have emotions that are being suppressed consciously. We want to suppress them. We don't want to talk about them. Therefore, we escape. If we have emotions that we have repressed, we have thrown into the bucket of unconscious. This is not useful for me. This emotion, I don't want it. Let me just throw it there. I'm not going to bring to the surface what I think about my job because it's going to make me feel strange, weird. So I'm just going to throw it there in the unconscious. And I will not allow it to come back again. Therefore, we escape. Now, when we do those two things, something happens and it's obvious. At some point, if I put into a furniture more clothes or more things that I can, it will not close. The more I put, it will not close. At some point, I have to do something. The exact thing happens with emotions, feelings, thoughts, energies. So when I suppress, at some point, I cannot. It blows out. That's when you will remind one stage in your life where you have felt, I don't even know how I could act like this. I didn't have the time, it just came out. When it's repressed, the effect can lead to trauma, straight to trauma. Why? Because all that is in the unconscious is such heavier information and data and images. We need to rely on a specialist. Hiya. No worries. Hiya. We need to rely on a specialist, therapist, professionals that will help us to bring out all of those things, literally to fish all of those emotions that have been repressed. So repression It seems like, oh, I can alleviate myself from this, but it comes with a price to pay. And that's exactly the hope I have for you. Not to pray, not to pay that price, not to be exposed to that price. So my invitation is about today, this video is about our jobs. I have friends that they love their jobs, but one day they come and they say, I'm done. The language we use. So the love has to be studied if it's a love, but it's interest because it helps me escape. It helps me feel focused. It helps me avoid stopping, going to the petrol station of reflection and refilling my energies with love and peace and gratitude and focus. So your petrol station, which is the moments you reflect, the moments you recharge, the moments you connect. Are we going to your petrol stations? How often do you go there? What's the last time you went to the petrol station to fill your soul with good energy, with blessings? And then I have friends that they don't talk about their jobs. Why? Because they have a clear understanding. They know, they have the knowingness where the job is in their lives. And it's a different thing. They disconnect when they finish. I told a friend, bro, once you leave the door of your job behind, the only thing that is left is your presence, it's your peace. Is the bridge from that place to your next experience. Might be from the job to the gym, to pick up your kids, to do some shopping. The spirit is focused on that. I told him, bro, just try this. Don't worry. Keep repeating it. Repetition in a good direction is powerful. Now, you have many types of jobs. I am a freelancer, entrepreneur. And sometimes we fall in the mistake that I have to be working anytime. What I do is I put my life and I put it in a cycle. And in that cycle, the job becomes my life. So I connect with my soul and I know when, okay, I'm going to record, I'm going to talk about this, I'm going to share with the world this topic. But also, I understand that when it's time for reflection, to go to my petrol station, that is also my job. When it's time to train and have a run or have a training, go to the gym, that's my job. When it's time to eat good food, to be grateful with this body, that's my job. The economy of my emotional state, that's my job. So the cycle involves all, and what change is the type of the job. So when I talk about job, I'm not distracted of the name because the language I use will open a window of thought in my mind. So when I say job, my whole life is a job of evolution, of growth. Now it will be changing the type of the job. So when I'm fasting, for example, I am training the mind not to decide when I have to eat. I am connecting with the soul when he's inviting me to eat. So when the soul invites you to eat, the difference is very huge. When the mind is imposing you to eat, there is a misalignment in that job. I am escaping. You see? So the example of the job is extractable for any run for you. When I am training, sometimes the mind will say, today, no, it's too cold, it's raining. I go straight to the soul and it invites me to train, invites me to go out and enjoy, no matter what circumstances, the weather, just to enjoy, because all has equal value, all corresponds of the cycle of life. So now, the priority is the understanding. The job is the understanding, the evolving, the relevance from 0 to 10. My 10 is to understand this journey of life. That's why I believe in the universe, because I try to understand. That's why I love the universe. Prayer, meditation, those are jobs for me. When it's time to pray, the Spirit will tell me. Before I recorded this video, I prayed. The Spirit invites me. Let my hope reach to you. Let the energy of the universe reach to you. I have no merit here. This is an energy, this is a state that the universe is allowing me to share with you, because I don't know. I am in the journey of understanding, but I choose to serve from coaching or from whatever you want to name it. That's my choice in life. So I choose to serve you, and I hope this video will help you to go to your petrol station and see if you need to refill your soul with presence, with reflections, knowing if you are about to just be full of emotions that they need to be seen, to analyze without judgment. I will always insist. It's a huge change. Going with the attitude of exploration, trying to know rather than going to judge and punish yourself. Because remember, we don't know. It's a journey of understanding. Huh? Love is always flowing. Okay? Have a wonderful day. Have a beautiful life that you already have. You just have to uncover it. So today I invite you to choose your profession, your job, and you can attack it with questions like this. Is this job imposed or is selected? Am I enjoying the doing of the job? Not the job, the doing of it. The extraction, the source of doing this, is it beneficial for my soul? Am I, have I selected this? The options of these jobs, are they imposed by external forces or they are created from me? I will attack it with what is the position I'm giving in the rate of importance of the cycle of my life. Where is the position of the job? Is it influencing the rest like the sun shining upon everything? Or is it in the dark? Or is it in the corner? Is it the center of my life? Then I will not say why, because why sometimes is not a useful key to open reflection. Why can be sometimes it can play the role of punishment. Why did this happen? If you listen to that tone, he's not trying to explore. He wants the answer. Why is this? Why did this happen? So I will not use why to explore. I will use which are the options that we have, which will bring you calmness, which are the choices that I have now. That's it. Feel it, breathe it, feel every question. Allow the silence to bring the answer again. Write down in a paper. Be curious to explore with your questions. Influence your life with love. I wish you the best. It comes from the deepest that you have, straight to your heart. My prayer is your blessings instantly and your focus, redirection, re-owning your life forever. May the universe, God bless you, and it bless you for generations. Just receive that energy. Take it to your soul straight away. I believe in you because you exist. Don't force it. Allow it to happen. See you the next video again. Refreshing and refreshing. I choose to serve. I love to serve you, the universe, and my soul. Thank you. Thank you.